Hello everybody and welcome to this week's House of Bread video log. We've got William Morris as ever joining us on the sofa.
Good morning.
And his very, very helpful son who we call Rachel and goodness knows what. This is the ever-present Jack who's joining us on the sofa this morning.
I'm just here to provide the eye candy.
Yeah, that's right. Shut up, that's my job.
Boys.
Alright, okay, so news article 1, Lisa is on holiday. That's not really news, is it?
No, it's not really news.
She's not here, you can see.
No,
she's
but
not here, no Lisa. She's not lazy.
Yeah. No, but genuinely, she's on holiday, which is fantastic.
Gosh.
And it's well deserved.
Is she getting to actually do anything, or is she just sitting at home with bottles of wine and DVDs?
Probably.
We're getting to do.
We're getting to do a lot.
No, I don't mean.
I tell you what, bottles of wine, chocolates, and DVDs are probably absolute bliss.
Yeah. But it's been a heavy time. So.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah. So
all
relax,
coming
Lisa.
around
Yeah.
We're all coming around later.
Yeah, good. So have a great holiday, Lisa. Look forward to having you back. Community garden update.
Yeah, very exciting. Now, we said last week, if you didn't know about that, you should have been watching last week's, that we would have sitting here Matt Long.
What, on
who's
your lap?
Well, sort of. Our community garden manager, but he couldn't make it because he had a better offer, I guess, or he had to be somewhere else.
Right.
However, we went on location.
Oh my!
Which is very
goodness
exciting.
Me.
So we're going to go over to that piece of filming.
Video on location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll VT.
Good morning, Matt. Good to see
Morning.
you.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Matt, I mentioned last week that you were going to be on our vlog as our special guest and you'd be sitting next to me on the sofa.
Yeah.
But due to all sorts of things, we've had to resort to technology, so thank you very much, Jack, for that. So Matt Long, I'll call you Matt.
Yeah.
You are our new community garden manager.
I'm indeed, yeah.
Can you give me a little bit of an idea as to what the garden means to you and sort of briefly how you got involved, I guess, and why it's of a real passion to you?
Yeah, well, for the last 5 years, I've lived in France, where I've been a missionary out there, and part of what we did was all around hospitality, about growing our own veg, so that really resonated with what House of Bread is all about. So very recently, I just had some chance conversations with a few people and sort of found myself heading up this project, sort of at least for the next few weeks and months. And I think for me, one of the most important things is just growing, is the earth itself. You know, is getting involved, stewarding the earth well, and seeing it bear fruit. And if we can do that in a really organic way, that is good news.
Brilliant. Yeah, we're all about organic.
We are.
That's fantastic. So if I want to get involved in the project, how is it best to do that?
Well, it's just to connect through email and Facebook and Twitter, all the usual ways of getting involved with House of Bread. At the moment, we're sort of in a process of just beginning to secure the site and get things together, but in the sort of coming weeks and months, then we'll be putting some adverts out. We want to get some work parties in, get people really involved, getting their hands dirty.
So if I've never gardened in my life, does that matter?
Absolutely not. No, we can just there'll be loads to do: painting things, building things, digging, anything. So it doesn't matter if you've done none of it before. Just come down, lots of energy, and just get involved, get stuck in. Yeah.
And I know that specifically we're looking for community engagement.
We are,
within Rising Brook.
Yeah.
Is that quite a critical part?
Yeah, massively. And one of the main reasons we got the funding was to do with the sort of really local areas and residents here. So if you do live locally in the Rising Brook area, we'd love to hear from you. We want to try and engage with the local schools and community groups as well. So it's really important to get everyone involved, but specifically people in and around the Rising Brook area.
And we often say it's quality, not quantity. So in a way, giving an hour of your time
definitely
has value.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, every little helps, as some people might say.
Brilliant. And so, what do you think the garden will look like in perhaps say 2 or 3 months, and maybe a year?
Yeah, well, within the next few months, I guess the dream is to secure the site and then begin to put things in. So we've been very kindly been given a shipping container that
Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
That we want to pop on there for at least storage, but maybe office space or maybe something more creative. Who knows? And we're looking at greenhouses and polytunnels, raised beds, a sort of a small sort of reflective prayer garden area, But at the moment, it's still a bit of a blank canvas. We're still in a consultation process. We're still dreaming.
Yeah.
So if people have got some ideas, again, just get in touch,
Yeah.
and we'd love to hear from you.
And I know also during the process over the last couple of months, we've had one or two people who are going to be able to help us. They're sort of horticulturalists in their profession,
Yeah.
but they're going to gift us that time. So
Yeah.
we've got got a lot of resource for you.
We have resources. We're professionals. It's great.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Matt, we're really excited. I think what I'd like to do is perhaps sort of put a date in the diary, say in a month's time,
Yeah.
and then we could update. I know we're going to do lots of photography,
Yeah.
which we're going to send to Jack. So Jack's going to put that on the website so people can
Yeah.
see the growth.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so
Great.
much.
Good to meet you.
We look forward
Yeah.
to working
Brilliant.
together.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Although
Isn't it?
I did think you missed a chance there to say back to the studio.
I could have said back to the studio.
Well, you would have
Yeah.
had to say that on the VT,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But I think what it tells
Cut
us
that
is
in.
fantastic that he's on board.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really exciting. He's really passionate about the work he does, as you could tell by the interview we did on location. So we're excited about that, and there will be updates. Jack's going to have a lot of pictures on the website. There's going to be a lot of work going on, which is
Yeah.
really exciting.
I hope so. I think that's really important because we
Yeah.
talk about it, don't we? And, you know, putting some faces to names and just getting a lot of people won't have been able to make it out to actually have a look.
No.
So that's really cool.
And the
Do
other
more
thing-
pictures and videos.
Yeah, we will definitely do that. And the other thing is, if you want to get involved, then contact us, because we need more team involved.
Still spaces, more
Still
team
space,
needed.
yeah.
Right.
And of course, the other thing, of course, it shows that we can actually come to you. So if you're a special guest out there and you think, I can't make a Monday morning, that's all right. We can come to you.
We've
so
got the tech, we've
it's
got
great.
iPads and iPhones
Yeah.
and microphones.
so thank you for all of that.
Brilliant. So if you want to get involved, you want to be a guest, or you want to get into the garden and get a bit dirty, then get in touch through
Yeah.
Facebook or
Usual-
comment on the
usual
video,
ways,
usual
yeah.
ways through the website.
Yeah.
And you can get dirty with House of Bread.
Moving on, Joe.
Okay, so now we can come to you if you want to be a special guest. Brilliant, we covered that. Dinner dance.
Yeah,
How
we're
are we
still,
getting on with that?
Yeah, we're doing well. Still a
Are
couple
we?
of tickets, still a couple of tables.
Well,
so
we must be doing well because that started off as ticket number 1.
and we're now up to over 82. Actually, I've sold 110 spaces.
brilliant.
So yeah, there's a few left. So please get in
Oh,
contact
do
with us.
come. So it's going to be a
But
proper
make it
night.
quick.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Buzzing. Brilliant. Okay, Wednesday, Bread Church at Santos. In
Sanctus, yes. It's we're taking Bread Church on tour yet again. We're coming to Sanctus, which is a charity based out of St Mark's in Shelton, which supports asylum seekers, predominantly women and their small children. And we're going to be taking Bread Church there on Wednesday, which is really exciting. We've been there already, and they've invited us back, so we haven't
Can't have
offended.
been that bad.
Can't have been that bad, can it?
No.
There's probably about 15 to 16 different nationalities in the room.
Amazing.
It is amazing, and they
Yeah.
all speak a smattering of English, but it doesn't seem to matter. We all managed to make bread in spite of that.
We have the common
It's-
international
yeah, it's
language
international
of bread.
language
Honestly,
for
yeah.
slam it down on the
Yeah, the work Vanessa and Sally do is amazing, and these folk are really facing very, very traumatic times. A lot of folk from Syria and other countries that are very much in the news in terms
Yeah.
of persecution, and they've come over with pretty much nothing but their children. And it's just a joy to spend some time with them,
Wow.
making some bread, chatting. And it's great, yeah. This is the second time we've been back, and we're really excited. So, yeah, Bread Church travels. So, again, if you're a club or a church or an association where you'd like to experience what Bread Church is all about, and you can get some really fantastic pictures of our website. We trail it every week on Fridays on our Facebook page. We would be very delighted to come and share what House of Bread do in terms of Bread Church, which is the 2 loaves. Make 2 loaves, one for you, one for a friend. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Great. I'm not from the area, so in case anyone else isn't, whereabouts is Shelton? relative to
Shelton's in
Stafford?
Stoke.
Stoke.
It's yes, near Hanley.
Okay.
A beautiful exotic area of
Is
Stoke.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. Hub of culture.
It is.
Well, it is.
It is a hub of
16
culture.
nationalities represented,
Yeah.
getting together making bread.
Yeah.
Can't get more cultural than that. Okay. Asda, thank you for the flower.
Yeah, Dan Roberts, thank you,
Thanks,
Dan.
Asda. Dan.
Jack and I this morning have been over to Asda, and we've collected how much? What was the weight in?
32 kilograms.
32
Of
kilograms of flour.
So that's enough to make about 60 or 70
Oh,
loaves. I
and
would
the
have
rest.
thought.
I mean, that'll keep us going for a couple of weeks.
Great.
Which is fantastic, Dan. So I'm much appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Thanks for your support.
yeah.
Good. And don't forget to put those green tokens.
Yes.
Get over to Asda.
Here
Ask
they
for
are.
a couple of extra because, you know, we're up against the Catherine House
Hospice, which is a very good
fantastic
cause,
great cause,
but
but we still want to beat them.
yeah.
It's a competition. It is a
Competition.
competition.
Yeah,
Is
and
it
we
the-
are
I don't know
lagging.
the
I'll
fact
be
that
honest,
they,
Joe.
They pit us one
Yeah.
against the other.
We are lagging a bit. So
I don't
everyone
think there
counts.
should be one winner, should there? I think that the funds should be proportionally
Yeah,
represented.
I'll suggest that.
Proportional representation, you
Yeah.
see. So if there's 100 quid and Catherine
Yeah.
House gets 60%, House of Bread get 30%, and National Association for the Prevention of Cruelty to Hamsters get 1%, and somebody else gets the
Yeah.
rest. It shouldn't be all, you know, all for one and none for everyone
No.
else.
But go shopping
Well,
in Asda this
AV
week.
Is it an AV voting system?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Moving on. Sorry, I keep fiddling with my phone. And it's
Angry, that's a tough level. Isn't it?
so prayer. It's an important week.
Yeah.
House of Bread as we expand our
Yeah.
work, and I'm going to put this down now.
Right. A lot of what we do, as you know, is tough for a lot of people. It's tough for the Christian community that we work with. It's tough for a lot of society in general. And this week we have particular meetings and initiatives that are working in the background. And for those folk who are watching this who are of faith and pray, then what I would ask is just to commit your prayer, your daily prayer, or whatever time it is, just to support the work and initiatives that we're doing. You won't know what we need that prayer for, and in a way it doesn't matter. What we need that prayer for is the support of House of Bread. And we're up against some quite challenging situations, and we need the prayer support from everybody who's been supporting us brilliantly over the last 4 or 5 years. And more about that will ensue, but it's critical to all the work that we do, that we recognise why we're doing it. And that's really in praise of God.
Well, if you think that prayer doesn't work, just look at what Hobbes developed
Yeah.
into over the last 4 years, and that's all been under a covering of prayer. So,
Yeah.
prayer of a righteous man availeth much, as they
Indeed.
say, and it does, and we believe that. So please do.
Yeah.
Please do support us in prayer. It makes a huge difference. Okay, anything else that we need to...
I think that's it, Joe. We've got a special guest next week, but I'm not sure. I haven't finalised the details yet.
is it
So
George Clooney?
It's not George Clooney, I'll be
His
honest.
wife. No.
It's Mrs. Clooney. No, it's not. But the good news is we have got a load of guests coming up, but quite
Oh,
often
good.
it's touch and go,
Yeah.
as is in the media world.
Yes, yeah.
But the other thing is...
park their bicycles outside,
No,
all kinds of things.
the other
can
thing
go
is, Joe, I
wrong.
forgot to mention, we have tomorrow the first meeting, behave, Joy, the first meeting of the fundraising team. Now, for guys
Oh,
who,
yeah.
we mentioned it on the vlog a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
didn't we? And Lisa very kindly put it out on the weekly email with the vlog, I think it was two weeks ago. And I'm meeting with 5 people at the Swan at 5:30 for coffee. Thank you, Chris Lewis Partnership. And we're going to be talking about fundraising. So
Yeah.
if you want to get involved, if you're listening to this now and you think, I'd be quite like to get part of that team, it would be fantastic. It's a small group of us. We're going to meet occasionally. We've got some fantastic ideas coming up. And it's just a great way of participating.
Yeah,
So again,
yeah.
you don't have to be involved in physically coming down. We could use your brain. We could use your networking.
Is it something that you'd be willing to say, right, this is an open meeting, so if you can
It
make
is,
it come along?
yeah. I
So what
officially put
time?
it out there. 5:30.
5:30,
The Swan. There's a little
Which
cafe.
day?
It's
Tomorrow.
Tuesday, tomorrow, all day. Come in. There's a cafe on your right as you come in.
Mm.
We're all meeting there for a cup of coffee, and we're just going to just talk and share and find out what individual people's
Yeah.
focus is, what their passions are, and then move forward.
What
from
a
there. So
brilliant
I'm really
team to get
excited.
involved with. Do come along,
Yeah.
because I mean, how exciting it would be if it's come to the point where it's not just individuals that are sort
That's
of
what I'm
on
looking
their
forward
own,
to.
but we've
Yeah.
got a group who are working
Yeah.
together and
It is
you know
fun
generating
fundraising.
ideas and you know working out
Yeah.
how they can make the best of
Yeah.
the situation. It's exciting.
Very good.
Love it.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Right, shall we end?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, bye bye then.
Because I have to edit this and I can't be bothered to do anymore.
Expectation is high, Jack,
Yeah.
that I'm going to say something that's at least not completely unfunny. So anyway, I was looking for a parable of modern life to share with you at the end of this week's vlog. I found something very interesting. True story, as they all
As
are.
they
Yeah.
always are, yeah.
So there's we're talking about how life begins. You know, it's been in the news quite a lot
Yes.
lately, and you know what you're talking about, the people getting together to make bread up in Tunstall Shelton, you
Shelton.
know, a lot of people coming along with young children, and it raises the question, when does life begin? And there's differing opinions. So anyway, there was a rabbi and a priest and a vicar all having a chat together about this, as they always do.
Yeah.
You know, I was in here this morning, I was just fighting my way through the rabbis, priests and vicars, just chatting together. Anyway, these particular three were having a conversation, and the priest said, I believe that life begins when that egg is first fertilized. That is when God's spark of life begins, and that's when it becomes sacred, it's holy, it's valuable, it's important. And you know, the vicar turns to him and says, well, I have to I sort of disagree. I think that moment of independence and uniqueness comes when that umbilical cord is cut and that child becomes something unique from its mother. That's when God's Spirit enters the child and it becomes an individual and a life of its own. And the rabbi looked to them both and said, yeah, I disagree. I think life really begins when the kids are 18, they go to university, and we have the house to ourselves. That's when life begins. Oh,
Poignant.
exactly. And with an apology.
As ever.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.